Tennis is one of the most popular sports in the world, played by millions, watched by billions, and defined by legendary rivalries. But tennis wasn't always played in massive stadiums with yellow balls and graphite rackets. Its story spans over 800 years, from medieval monasteries to global Grand Slam stages. This is the complete history of tennis. Tennis began in 12th century France, where monks played a game called jeu de paume, meaning game of the palm. At first, players hit a ball with their bare hands, later using gloves and simple wooden paddles. The game was played indoors, with walls used as part of the court. This early version became known as real tennis. French royalty fell in love with the sport. Kings, nobles, and even clergy played it regularly. Legend says the word tennis comes from the French word tenez, meaning take this, shouted before serving. Tennis quickly spread across Europe, especially to England, where it became a favorite of the royal court. King Henry VIII was obsessed with tennis. He even built a court at Hampton Court Palace that still exists today. However, the game was expensive and exclusive, played almost entirely by the upper class. As time passed, interest declined, and by the 18th century, tennis nearly disappeared. Tennis was reborn in 1873, when British Army officer Major Walter Clopton Wingfield created a new outdoor version of the game. This version was played on grass, used rubber balls, and featured a standardized court. It became known as lawn tennis. In 1877, the first Wimbledon Championship was held in London, marking the birth of modern competitive tennis. Tennis was no longer confined to royalty. It spread to clubs, schools, and eventually across the world. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, tennis had gone global. 4 major tournaments emerged, now known as the Grand Slams. Wimbledon, England. US Open, USA. French Open, France. Australian Open, Australia. These tournaments became the pinnacle of the sport, producing international stars and fierce rivalries. For decades, tennis was divided into 2 worlds, amateurs and professionals. Amateur players could compete in Grand Slams, but were not paid. Professionals were paid, but banned from major tournaments. This changed in 1968, with the beginning of the Open era. For the first time, amateurs and professionals competed together. Tennis finally became a truly global, professional sport. The Open era produced some of the greatest athletes in sports history. Players like Rod Laver, Björn Borg, John McEnroe, and Martina Navratilova defined earlier generations. In the modern era, icons such as Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, and Serena Williams elevated tennis to new heights. Their rivalries, records, and personalities brought tennis to millions of new fans worldwide. Today, tennis is faster and more precise than ever. Technology has transformed the sport: graphite rackets, advanced training, and Hawkeye line calling systems. Tennis is now played on 3 main surfaces: grass, clay, hard court. Each surface tests different skills, making the sport uniquely challenging. From medieval monks to modern champions, tennis has evolved across centuries, yet its core remains the same: a battle of skill, strategy, and mental strength. And as long as a ball is served across a net, the story of tennis will continue.